Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the makeup look that I filmed today. It's something a little bit different. I haven't done a color dip like this in a while and I love this color so much. It's actually two colors, so obviously you watch the video to see what they are, but I love it. And I'm wearing false eyelashes, which I never really do either. And yeah, I just thought I'd mix it up for you guys. Kind of wanted my skin to be glowier, but I think the camera just isn't picking it up properly. But anyway, if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to start off, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, mixing these together and applying it onto my face. Actually, I'm not going to mix them together. I'm going to apply the Becca one first and then the Charlotte Tilbury after. This Becca one is like my ultimate favorite primer at the moment. I love it. And the Charlotte Tilbury comes in second. If you're having a good skin day, you could almost use the Charlotte Tilbury by itself. It's so nice. So I'm gonna be glowing today. So moving on to foundation, I'm using the Hourglass foundation in the shade Sand. So this is actually not that full coverage. It's quite light coverage. Well, light medium, but it gives a really nice finish to the skin. And I have so much fake tan on my face at the moment, so I don't need that much coverage. I just need to kind of blend. And to blend that in, I'm actually going to use, I'm aware I look mental right now, the AYU Duo Fiber brush and spray it with my Fix Plus before I blend it in. I'm still not sure how I feel about this foundation yet, but I like it when it first goes on and I like the colour of it and like the finish, but I'm not sure if it lasts all that well, so that's why I'm kind of trying it out a bit more to see how I like it. So for my concealer, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Macadamia. So if you usually use ginger and it's too dark or custard is too light, then Macadamia is one of the new shades, so it's right in the middle. So I applied it under my eyes, in the center of my forehead, and they're not spots, but I put fake tan on my face and I had spots there, so the fake tan got caught in the kind of dry skin, which is so annoying. I also put a load of fake tan on my face last night, so that's probably why. And then a little bit on my chin and the corners of my nose. I realize this is a lot of concealer, but I love it. And to blend all of that in, I'm using my Beauty Blender. Honestly, I feel like I say this in every video, but if you have never tried a Beauty Blender before, you need to get one. They're so good. The lighting on this camera is so different to my last camera. It's like throwing me off a little bit. So moving on to bronzer, I'm going to use the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, which is like a cream product. So I'm going to use a new Duo Fiber brush, and this one is the Blank Canvas F21 brush. And basically just applying this wherever I usually bronze. I'm also going to apply a powder bronzer, but I want extra bronze today, so I'm applying both. This is such a good product. I never really use it and I should use it way more. So the perimeters of my forehead, on my cheekbones, my temples, a little bit on my nose as well. I feel like this is actually rubbing off bits of that foundation. This is what I feel about this foundation. This is why I'm not sure about it. Okay, I'm just gonna pat the product in instead of swiping it, because I'm after taking off so much of my foundation from swiping. I'm also going to apply a little bit of this along my jawline. God, I really did apply a lot of fake tan last night. Oh well. Next, I'm going to set underneath my eyes, and I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Beau Light. And I'm using this brush here, which I'm pretty sure is from Blank Canvas as well. And it's just a Duo Fiber pointed brush. And applying this under my eyes to set that concealer and keep underneath here bright. And I just tap it in like this. And on my eyelids as well to set the product that's on the eyelids and the center of my forehead. So moving on to bronzer, the first, oh, that was so close. Moving on to bronzer, the first one I'm using is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Tan, and I'm also going to mix in the NARS Laguna bronzer too. So you'll notice that I didn't set the rest of my face because I don't want my skin to be too powdery the way I usually do it, so we're just gonna go straight in with the bronzer. I'm coming up really red on the viewfinder in my camera, but in real life I'm not red. I'm more orange in real life, so I don't know what's going on. So because I'm going to be doing a dramatic lip, I'm going to use quite a soft blush, and the blush I'm using is the MAC blush in the shade Warm Soul. I only recently picked this up and I really love the colour of it. You'll like this if you like really faint blush, because it's not that noticeable. So moving on to highlight, I'm mixing two different ones. I'm using MAC Gold Deposit first, and then on top I'm using the Anastasia So Hollywood highlight. So then I use my finger just to apply it on the tip of my nose and in between my eyebrows, kind of. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm just gonna brush through them first. I always do this. I'm using the Rimmel Brow This Way 3-in-1 Ultra Soft Powder, and it's actually a new product. I showed this on my Snapchat. So this is what the applicator looks like. And basically it's like a liquid powder is the best way to describe it. I'm using the shade Medium Brown, and I'm literally just filling in my brows with this. I really like this. I've been using it a lot recently, and you need the finest touch with it. It's actually really pigmented and it gives a nice powder finish. So because I usually use powders through my brows, this suits me perfectly. So if you're like me and you usually use powder or softer kind of products through your brows, you'll really like this. I mean, you can apply more layers of it and build it up to get more of an intense brow if you like. I just think it's really cool. This is actually only a new product of theirs, but I'm pretty sure it's available in most pharmacies if you wanted to get your hands on it. And they have loads of different shades. I'm just thinking you could probably use this as like a liner or a liquid eyeshadow as well. So multi-use product, you know yourself. So moving on to my eyes, I'm going to use the Kylie Cosmetics. I only got these recently. I ordered loads of her products online, so I'm going to do a tutorial other than this using them. And this one here is the bronze palette. I've used it once myself, off camera obviously. And I'm going to use this colour and this colour mixed on my brush. You could use your bronzer instead if you wanted to. But like I said, because all of the emphasis is going to be on the lips, I'm just going to do a really simple eye. Then I'm just taking a smaller eyeshadow brush and applying the same two colours underneath my eyes. I don't want to blend this down too low the way I usually do because I want my eyes to be really soft. So I'm literally just applying this along my lash line. Then on my upper lash line, I'm going to take a mixture of the black and the dark brown on a small like flat shader brush like this, and just apply that on my top lash line. Next I'm taking the NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner, obviously this is in the shade black, and I'm just applying this on my upper waterline. Then for mascara, I'm using the Giorgio Armani Eccentrico mascara, and this one is unreal. It's so good. If you haven't tried it, definitely try it. It's really good. I'm actually not going to do a really thick layer of mascara because I want to apply false lashes, and if I put too much mascara on, it's really hard for me to get my lashes on top because my eyelashes are too long. So I'm just going to coat them really, really lightly. And for my lashes, which I don't usually use lashes, but I just have a look in my head with loads of lashes and a bright lip. So the ones I'm using are the Doll Lash, and these are in the style L. I wonder if that will focus. They are so intense. They almost look like mink lashes. They have a really nice curl on them. So I'm going to apply these off camera, and obviously I'm just going to use duo glue in case you want to know. And then I will show you the lips. Okay, so these are the lashes on. I really like them. They're very intense, they're very dramatic, but I actually really like them. I think they almost look like the mink lashes that people get because they have such a curl. I do feel like I need to do something else underneath my eyes, but I'm just going to move on to my lips for the time being. So for my lips, I'm going to start by lining them with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Cherry. And the first lip product I'm using is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Beso, I think. And this is such a nice red. And once that's dried in, I'm applying the second colour, which is from Anastasia. It's their liquid lipstick in the shade Rio. So it's a really hot pink. And I'm just applying this in the centre of my lips. So it's kind of like an ombre effect, and then blending it in with my finger. Why does the lighting look so different now? So I think I'm gonna go a little bit more intense with my eyes. So going back into the Kylie palette, I'm still recording. Okay, I'm gonna take this color, mix with these and put that into the crease of my eye. And then a little bit more of these underneath my eye because it's a little bit bare, I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm applying the MAC Teddy liner inside the waterline of my eye. So this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit more intense I imagined, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. I like how it turned out and I love this lip. But I will leave all of the products that I use listed in the description box down below. The tan I'm wearing, my extensions. Actually, my extensions are the Foxy Lock Seamless Clip-Ins, as always, but I actually have the Latte Blonde mixed with the Platinum Blonde in my hair, and I've been wearing that recently. I just think it suits my hair color better than just the Latte, and I've also toned the Platinum Blonde as well. So yeah, anyway, I'll leave links and stuff like that down below. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Again, I find that so hard to say. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. But that is it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.